Pavan Choudary, Co-Chairman, CIA Medical Technology Division, Delhi. 75% of medical equipment and devices are imported into India. And the government has recently come with a custom duty increase, taking the custom duty on various devices up by 7.3%. So the new custom duty slab, which the industry is now faced with, is 18 to 28%. First of all, when such a large proportion is imported, how many of these devices can be overnight made in India? And how many will take a few years and how many may take a couple of decades to be made in India? This nuanced segregation has not been made. Because of this, now the patient will have to pay for every product which he purchases 7.3% more, which in higher value devices can be substantial. This is one problem which will impact the patient directly, because the companies will pass on the custom duty burden to the patient. The second issue is that small medical devices which are low in bulk but high in value, they are likely to start getting smuggled, because this decision which has been taken perhaps has ignored the custom duty regimes in the neighboring countries, which is 0 to 5%. As against that, now we have 18 to 28%, which will bring in these devices through the illegal route, which will make the government, of course, lose revenue. But more importantly, the patient will be beset now with devices which do not have adequate legal and service guarantees. So a very big problem is likely to come. And these two problems are going to skew the pitch here. Healthcare outcomes also are likely to get affected. Several device manufacturers, so this is another thing which is coming, which has been doing the rounds. If you cap the trade margins on devices, you are first of all treating them as drugs, because this report was basically made for generic drugs. Now, drugs and medical devices are completely different things. A drug is a chemical entity and a device is a mechanical entity. Once you know how to take a medicine or how to give an injection, whichever salt comes in the market, you know how to use it. But with every medical device, a supporting training software comes. So a medical device needs a lot of other investments, and the size of the market or the size of individual drug units is very huge. That means they have high turnovers. The size of medical technology products or medical devices is small, then they're low in volume. 15,000 medical devices are available in India. Many of them are life-saving. This problem of custom duty, coupled with another problem which is likely to come, that is increase of registration fees, which already is high. $1,000 is the registration fee for every product category in medical device. This fee was fixed several years back, 2006. Since then till now, the dollar has appreciated more than 1.5 times. So already we are paying for a small turnover unit a high registration fee, which is, they are saying, should be increased further. In fact, we have been campaigning with the government to reduce it, because that decision also was taken keeping the drugs in mind. So because the drugs had a registration fee of $1,000, similarly we made, so the government said that we will make this also $1,000. What is good for the drugs is not good for medical devices. So these are some of the important challenges that we are facing here. The segregation, let me tell you that there has been a lot of movement there. In 2013, the Drugs and Cosmetics Amendment Bill was brought up in the Parliament. It had several measures which could have crippled the industry or hurt the patient. Those have been amended, and now the Drugs and Cosmetics Amendment Bill is in the queue of bills which have to be passed. And that bill differentiates medical devices and drugs. Even the Parliamentary Standing Committee of 2013 has given it in writing that medical devices are different from drugs and they should be treated differently. However, by bringing this cap on margins, or proposing to bring the cap on margins, we are treating it with the same broom, and this is going to really hurt healthcare outcomes. Because another thing which is going to get hit, if the registration costs go up, is the small companies which are bringing in several life-saving devices, they will not be able to meet that registration cost. In fact, if you will see this availability of imported products, which is many of them are life-saving and they don't have any immediate substitute in India, is going to be hit, and this will hurt the healthcare outcome. The situation may go back to before 1990s. If you remember, in 1990s when the reforms came, before that we had to send thousands of people from India to foreign countries for their treatment. But with the reforms coming, with the seamless flow of technologies across borders without artificial barriers, the healthcare outcomes in India improved. And what we were losing in medical tourism imports by sending our people out, we started winning by bringing people in. So now we are a $2 billion industry as far as medical tourism is concerned. We are going to perhaps go back to the old days where we will become a net importer of medical services. There are some countries where they may be clubbed together, but the tendency now in the advanced countries or with their own experience or others' experience is to disaggregate. If you'll see in Japan, they have been recently disaggregated because they are realizing that these are two extremely different entities and they require a special treatment. And the medical device industry is a nascent industry. When you try to make an infant run, usually he doesn't become a runner, he becomes a cripple. And we are worried that this industry, that non-nuanced laws, not very well considered or calibrated laws, may hurt this industry more than benefit it.